37 now, we continue our coverage of last night's earthquake in the Finger Lakes region.
Not every day you hear about a Finger Lakes here.
Right.
News 10 NBC's Garrett Chan joins us now live from Honeoye, the quake's epicenter. Garrett, have you had a chance to speak with anybody about if they felt it last night?
Yeah, Emily, Lynette, I had a chance to speak with a few people in the area. At 5:30, I had a chance to go down to the mobile gas station down by Honeoye, and I spoke to a cashier and some customers. They said they weren't awake at the time and didn't feel anything. The one person, however, said they were their son and daughter-in-law felt something up by Allen's Hill. That's where I am right now, and just across the street, I spoke to a neighbor. He said he was asleep at the time, but I did get an email back within the last half hour from the fire chief of Richmond Fire Department. The chief tells me that her house vibrated, and it felt got reports of that earthquake by Main Street, Honeoye, and all the way to Main Street in Bloomfield. So here we'll take you to the map of where that earthquake happened. It was a 2.3 magnitude earthquake that was detected. Had a depth of about 4 kilometers, or it was about 2.5 miles deep below the Earth's surface. The United States Geological Survey said it received over 24 responses, most of them in the Hemlock area. Now, over the next few hours or so, we'll be sticking around the Honeoye area, looking to speak with people, get their thoughts on if they felt anything last night as they were going to bed, or if they know someone that was up at the time and felt some shakes as well. Live from Allen's Hill, Garrett Chan, News 10 NBC.
Garrett, we got an email from somebody in that area who says the whole house shook. They thought a tree had fallen on their house. So it was definitely noticeable. Thank you very much.
Well, turning now to First Alert meteorologist Nate Morris. Nate, you have some interesting theories on this kind of quake, right?
That's right, Lynette. Now, earthquakes in western New York, they're not rare. We usually get a few per year, and they're almost always weak. But the thing is, for the eastern United States as a whole, the rock in the landmass is a lot denser than it is, say, in California. So when you do get an earthquake, whether it's weak or not, it's going to be felt very easily. Sometimes you can get an earthquake down in, say, Baltimore. It's felt all the way up in the northern part of Maine. But that wasn't the case this time. This is a pretty weak earthquake. So as Garrett showed you, 2.3 magnitude earthquake, a depth of around 4 kilometers beneath the Earth's surface. Last year we had a 2.2 just underneath Lake Ontario. So this is pretty typical for our region, but it is technically the strongest that we've had in years. Now, there are two main causes behind earthquakes in western New York, and sometimes those two causes combine, which I would not be surprised if that's the case this time. So the first cause is that there are still ancient fault lines buried deep beneath the surface left over from millions of years ago, and if enough stress builds on these ancient faults, then you can still get what are called intraplate earthquakes. Intraplate meaning in the middle of the continental tectonic plate. The second cause is what's called a glacial rebound earthquake. Now, relatively speaking, the Ice Age did not end that long ago, around 12,000 years since the glaciers receded. And these glaciers were just massive, a mile, perhaps 2 miles thick, weighing hundreds to thousands of tons per square meter. And so when those receded, the Earth's crust actually started to lift. It started to rebound. And it is still doing that to this day. And that itself can also cause earthquakes. So as to whether this was the fault of ancient faults or because of the crust still rebounding remains to be seen. I wouldn't be surprised if it's because of both, but at least it wasn't a strong earthquake.
I guess I'll figure that out in my head in a couple minutes, but it's very interesting.
The fault of ancient faults. I like that one, Nate. Very good. Thank you so much. If you felt the quake, comment on our Facebook page or send us an email at news1@whec.com.